If you have an equation that contains more than one variable, do you know how to solve for a specific variable? That's what we're learning today, solving literal equations. If an equation that contains more than one variable is to be solved for a specific variable, use the properties of equality to isolate the specified variable on one side of the equation. Let's have example number 1. Solve 2x minus 4y is equal to 8 for the variable y. Since the question is asking to solve for y, then we need to isolate the variable y on one side of the equation. In this case, we will isolate the y on the left side. So we will follow the properties of equality. The inverse of 2x is negative 2x, so we need to subtract 2x to the left and right side of the equation. 2x minus 2x is 0x. Now we bring down negative 4y is equal to 8 minus 2x, or the same thing as negative 2x plus 8. The variable y is multiplied by negative 4, so the inverse is dividing by negative 4. So we need to divide each term by negative 4. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, so we have 1y is equal to negative 2 over negative 4 is positive 1/2 in simplest form. And 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. So solving for y, the answer is y is equal to 1/2 x minus 2. And this is what we call the slope-intercept form. Now let's have example number 2. Solve 3m minus n is equal to km minus 8 for m. Notice that in this equation, we have the variable m on both the left and the right side. So the first thing that we need to do is isolate the variable m on one side of the equation. In this case, I will move the variable m on the left side. So this means we need to subtract km to both right and left side of the equation. So the left side now becomes 3m minus km minus n is equal to km minus km is 0, so we have negative 8. Next, we need to add n to both sides of the equation. So negative n plus n becomes 0. Left side now is 3m minus km is equal to, the right side is negative 8 plus n, or you can make it n minus 8. For the left side, we need to factor out the variable m. And factoring out m from 3m, we still have 3, because m times 3 is 3m. Factoring m from the term negative km, we have minus k inside the parentheses. So if you do distributive property, m times 3 is 3m, m times negative k is negative km, is equal to the right side terms, negative 8 plus n. And finally, our goal is to leave the variable m on the left side, so we need to divide both sides by the quantity 3 minus k. So this cancels out 3 minus k and 3 minus k, so the final answer for m is equal to negative 8 plus n all over 3 minus k. This is the equation for the variable m. Now it's your turn to solve these 6 problems. Give it a try and play the video whenever you're ready for the solutions. Now let's go over the solution of question 1. ax minus b is equal to c and solve for x. So again, the goal is to isolate the x on one side. The inverse of minus b is plus b, so we need to add b to both sides. Negative b plus b is 0. So we have ax is equal to c plus b, or the same thing as b plus c. What do you think is the next step? Dividing both sides by a. A divided by a is 1, so we now have 1x is equal to b plus c all over a. Or you can also rewrite this as x is equal to b over a plus c over a. Both are accepted. Here's the solution for question number 2. X plus f plus 2 equals j. Solve for x. This equation is the same thing as x plus f plus 2 is equal to j by simply taking out the parentheses. And the final answer to this equation is the same thing as j minus f minus 2. And the reason for that is we're simply subtracting f to both sides of the equations, and then we're subtracting 2 to both sides of the equations as well. So this will cancel out f and negative f, 2 and negative 2. So we will have x is equal to j minus f minus 2. You can also have x is equal to negative f plus j minus 2. And there are other equivalent answers. Question number 3. X times the quantity 4 minus k is equal to p. Solve for k. So the goal here is to keep the variable k on the left side of the equation. So the first thing that we need to do is to divide both sides by the variable x. X divided by x is 1. So left side now is simply 4 minus k. And the right side is p over x. What do you think is the next step? We're subtracting 4 to both sides of the equations. 4 minus negative 4 is 0. So we have negative k is equal to p over x minus 4. Since the variable k has a negative number before it, that means that it's negative 1. So the final step is multiplying both sides by negative 1 or dividing both sides by negative 1. So the final answer is k is equal to negative p over x plus 4, because you need to distribute negative 1 to the negative 4 and negative 1 to the fraction p over x. So the final answer is k is equal to negative p over x plus 4. Question number 4. X times the quantity 1 plus y is equal to z. Solve for x. So in this problem, we need to isolate the variable x on the left side of the equation. So this is only a one-step equation. We will divide both sides by the quantity 1 plus y. So left side is only x because 1 plus y divided by 1 plus y is equal to 1. And for the right side, z over 1 plus y. So the final answer is x is equal to z over 1 plus y. Question number 5. 16w plus 4x is equal to y. Solve for x. So here we need to isolate the variable x on the left side. So the first step is to subtract 16w to both sides of the equation. 16w minus 16w is 0. So left side is 4x. Right side is y minus 16w. The next step is to divide each term by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we have 1x is equal to y over 4 minus 16 over 4 is 4. So we have 4w. So x is equal to y over 4 minus 4w. Question number 6. A is equal to h times the quantity a plus b all over 2. Solve for h. The objective for this question is to isolate the variable h on the right side of the equation. So the first thing that we need to do is to multiply both sides by 2. And that gives us 2a is equal to, for the right side, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we now have h times the quantity a plus b. What do you think is the next step? The next step is to divide both sides by a plus b. This way, we can cancel out a plus b and a plus b because that's a 1. So we have h on the right side, and left side is 2a over a plus b. So the value of h is equal to 2 times the big A all over A plus B. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing to my channel at Celzo Academy.